Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Social media. I'm doing something a little crazy right now, and I have a phone going with a Instagram Live, and then I have a phone going with a Facebook Live, so I'm like kind of experimenting today, seeing how it goes. So I've never actually done a live video on Instagram before. Hi, Instagram. So I'm kind of interested to see, like, do more people join lives from Insta or more here from Facebook, or is it just kind of random each time? I don't know. We're about to find out. So thank you so much for joining. I see lots of people hopping on and I'm so excited. This video was kind of inspired, well, not kind of, it was inspired from a recent post that I did on social media. So most of you know who are here following along with this exciting business journey of mine that One Joy Travel was kind of started being thought about in the summer, but I officially launched to the public in October. So this new business of mine is a journey. It's an adventure, to say the least, and I'm very excited about travel. But I've noticed with this new business that tons of people have questions or are kind of in the dark about what travel agents, which we now prefer to be called travel advisors, this is the new buzzword, but people are not 100% sure about what a travel advisor can do for them and what the role of a travel advisor is in this modern day. So that is why I did my recent post on Facebook and Instagram. If you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely check it out. But I'm going to elaborate a little bit about those same things in the video today. So I had a couple questions come in from my stories that I plan to answer. And then I just kind of wanted to walk you guys through like the benefits and the value for you as a traveler that comes along with using a travel advisor. So I also said to bring your favorite beverage. I have my fancy cup. If you were here recently for our giveaway, I have my One Joy Travel cup. Not all who wander are lost. And I don't really have anything exciting in here. Water. But staying hydrated. So for the first question, more of like, I just want to give you guys a little insight about what travel agents do. And I have my list of questions here that I'm going to be going through. So the first one is really like, just what does a travel advisor today in 2020 and beyond do? In my post, if you've read it, it kind of talks about how when we hear travel advisor or travel agent, we flash back to the past where we imagine like the storefront with the big wall of travel brochures and pamphlets, kind of like brick and mortar stores. And those still exist. They're still here. They're still helpful. There's nothing wrong with going to a travel store where there is someone there with their headset and their desk, and they're there to help you, just like I'm here to help you. So those things still exist. However, travel advisors now, for the modern day and age, they're a little bit more accessible. We like to call them like portable businesses. So you can work from home, or you can still have a storefront and a location that people can visit. But for me, for One Joy Travel, I work from home for this business, or while I'm traveling, I can work, or I'm also a teacher. So sometimes I'll be like checking stuff at work while I'm teaching. So you can really take this anywhere. And I think the benefit of that for you as a client who's looking to use a travel advisor is that you can get in contact with the travel advisor that you plan to use at any point. So email, phone calls, my personal favorite, social media direct messages, so easy for you to join and message through there or send a quick chat, or even people like I have helped clients plan trips who just sent me a message from my social media story. So it's just so cool to see how easy it is for people to get in contact with travel advisors now. And what do we do in this business where it's easy to get a hold of us? I would say the top things are like getting to research places that the travelers bring to us. So they say I want to go to Bermuda, or I would like to travel to Australia. And then I spend my time researching these places that my traveling friends are dreaming of going to. That's the biggest thing, of course, planning and then booking those dream vacations. But then it can also be doing trainings for specific suppliers. So I recently completed a training for Universal Studios Orlando. So now I'm an expert at that. So you can gain more information there, or most vacation places have trainings. So you can gain more insight about specific destinations, specific vacation spots, even specific hotels, places like that. And then, of course, staying up to date with all the latest travel news. Now, with the dreaded coronavirus, you as a traveler need a travel agent more than ever, because things are changing all the time. And we'll talk a little bit more about that coming up in the next few minutes. That was one of the questions that I had regarding travel and COVID-19 and when things will open up again. So, but definitely things that you want people to be able to research for you, aka a travel advisor. So yes, researching, supplier trainings, and finding these dream vacations. When you are looking to use a travel advisor, you can be as hands-on as you want or hands-off. So I've worked with people who are like, please do everything for me. I don't have time. I just want to see what you come up with, and then we can talk about what I love and what I don't love and go from there. So really a lot of collaboration. That's awesome. And then I've also had people come to me saying, well, I know for sure I want to go here. I want this resort. We would like to do these activities. They kind of just need the details all brought together for them. So both of those are options. Really just depends on you and what you want, but it's always going to be a collaboration. It's always going to be you and your travel advisor working together to get the best value, and whatever it is that you're wanting out of your travel, that's what we work to get for you. So that's a little bit about what travel agents do now. And then my next question was, how are services helpful in 2020 for a traveler, 2020 and beyond? So of course, these things that we've already kind of talked about, you can get insider knowledge, research from an expert who does trainings, things like that. But with the COVID question, I think that's the biggest thing going forward. A lot of people who booked their travel prior to COVID had to wait on hold forever. They had just didn't really have a relationship with the vacation supplier that they booked with, because when you book online, you're just another booking number. And I hate to say that because it's awful. Our vacations and our experiences are worth so much more than that. But when you book on your own online, you're just more money going to that destination, and you're just another booking number that they get all the time. So when you work with a real life human travel advisor, that is one of the benefits for you. They look at you as so much more than just a booking number. Like, you're going to get customized, personalized experiences. I care about what you want. I listen to you, and I want to give you the best vacation experience that you can have. So, and then of course, with all of the changes and the restrictions, you probably don't want to go through every destination that you're dreaming of going to and figuring out if those places are open or not. So really for 2020 and beyond, I would say with all the changes from COVID, that's one of the greatest benefits of using a travel advisor, for sure. Which kind of takes me to one of the other questions. Someone mentioned in my story, they responded to the question sticker, and they were wanting to know, when am I thinking travel is going to be back opened to normal pre-COVID? And as much as I wish I had a definite answer for that, I am not going to give health advice because I'm not a health expert. I am a travel expert. But what I can tell you is that tons of places are already booking for 2021 and even into 2022. Disney, Universal Studios in Orlando, cruises. So many people who had cruises from March and beyond in 2020 obviously had to reschedule because of COVID, and they are not canceling, they're just rescheduling into 2021, 2022. So popular destinations are filling up very, very fast. People are ready to travel. They're tired of being in their house. And when things are safe and opening back up, they're getting the first slots to go because they're booking early. So that's about all I can say on that question. I don't know when travel is going to open up and be completely back to normal, how it was before COVID, but you can definitely book the trips that you're wanting now. And if you have a specific destination in mind, reach out to me and I can give you more specifics if that destination is open, how tight the restrictions are there any restrictions, can you even go there at this time, things like that. So if you have a specific question about that, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. Okay, so far we've talked about what does a modern travel advisor do for you, how are services of a travel advisor helpful in 2020 and beyond, and then we talked about restrictions with COVID, when are those going to be lifted, things in that nature. One other question that I got, which we've also already kind of talked about, why use a travel advisor when you can just book yourself online? So I'll highlight on that a little bit more. Like I mentioned before, when you book online, you're just a confirmation number. You're going to go and you're going to be like every other traveler who visits that vacation destination. They're going to serve you. They're going to be excited to see you. I have no doubt that you'll have a great experience, but I have no doubt that you'll have an even better experience if you use a travel advisor. Because with the travel advisor, we give you premium concierge type personalized services. So you're basically a travel VIP. So you have like VIP privileges. You have someone who is here to listen to you, a friend with a listening ear who genuinely wants the best experience for you that can be gotten with your travel goals and the experiences that you're hoping to have, your budget, all of those things. So I take all of those questions and those details into consideration to get the best value that you can get for the vacation and the travel experience that you're wanting. And value is another big thing that we like to mention as travel advisors. So a lot of times people want to know, ooh, what's the deal you can get me? Like, you're a travel advisor, so you probably are able to have great deals, right? Send me somewhere cheaper than I can go on my own. And I'm not saying that that doesn't happen. I actually was just looking into vacation for Las Vegas at the Bellagio and the Venetian. Those were the two resorts that my clients were kind of debating between. And for both of those resorts, I was able to find huge deals for them that they wouldn't have been able to get on their own when just booking direct through the website, because they didn't have the deals there. But some of the insider websites that I have as a travel advisor, they had deals running that I was able to book their hotels for almost half the price. So that's amazing. However, keep in mind that does not always happen. So cheaper rates sometimes, not always. Added value, yes. Every time you book with a travel advisor, added value for you for sure. What do I mean when I say added value? So added value in the sense of you have people standing behind you. You have someone like me, your travel advisor, who is there to help you if we run into any bumps in the road. You don't have to wait on hold for hours trying to figure out whatever is going on with your vacation. I will take care of that for you. I will speak directly to people higher up in the booking world, and being that I have like the connections from the travel agency world, they're a little more likely to, I don't know the best word to say, like to help add value for your vacation. So if you call them and say, oh, I'd like to upgrade my room, I don't prefer to be by the pool because it's a little bit loud and we prefer a more relaxing environment, that is a great request. However, if you call your hotel looking for that, they're probably going to say, I'm sorry, those rooms are full, or sure, we can do that for you, pay this large sum of money that you probably don't want to pay. But if I can call for you, I may be able to upgrade your room for no additional cost, or have little added surprises waiting in your room for you when you get there, something like that. So Deals, not always. Value, for sure. Yes. All right, so my next question, I have to use my list. I'm very list oriented and I don't want to forget anything because we had some really good questions. So, okay, this is great. Someone said, I've never used a travel advisor before. Can you tell me just kind of like the process? What do I do when I'm using a travel advisor? Awesome question. So I'm going to speak for my business personally, One Joy Travel. When you reach out to me initially, that can be from any of the ways I mentioned earlier: phone, email, website, social media DMs, comment on my story and I'll comment back and we can chat there. Like, so many ways to reach out. So step one, reach out. Step two, I will figure out a date and time that works best for you to have an initial like client intake phone conversation. So typically that's when we chat for the first time. I get all the details that I need from you, your dates, who's going, what type of experience are you hoping to have? Is there a specific destination you have in mind? How long are you wanting to travel? Budget, all of those things. So I have a list of questions, lists. I have a list of questions that I go through and kind of have like a screening. So I can make sure that I am listening to your needs and that I'm understanding everything that you're wanting to get out of your vacation. So that's step two. And then from there, it typically takes me 1 to 2 weeks, depending on how busy I am at the time, to research, gather some details for the request that you had. And then from there, we will meet again. Typically, I love to meet on Zoom. COVID, we all know what Zoom is now, right? I like to meet on Zoom so that I can share my screen and show you specifically, like, this is a picture of your resort that I considered. What do you think about this? And I have this price for this excursion. What are your thoughts? So I feel like it's a lot more personable and better because we can make a connection and I can see your face and I can know like, oh yes, I can tell they're very excited about this idea, or they don't seem to really be into this. Let's nix that and do some more research. So that is kind of like step 3. So reach out, step 1. Step 2, phone call for me to get details. Step 3, Zoom call for me to show you all the things that I found that you were asking for. And then from there, I always love to tell my clients, like, this is not a, I show you and this is what it is and you have to like it and move on. It's totally a collaboration. So if you don't love what you're seeing, I can do more research. Or maybe you love the resort, but you don't love the rental car service. I don't know. I mean, that's pretty standard, but some people like different things with their rental vehicles or their transportation, and that's totally fine. So if there's things we need to tweak, I go and keep researching and then show you those new options. Whenever you like all of the things, you're ready to book, then I will get your credit card information and we'll book it. And then from there, I will monitor all of the details. I'll keep you up to date via email, send you updates, all of that, so that you stay in the loop about your reconnect. Okay, we're back. Sorry, Facebook. Okay. So yes, and then once your travel date gets here, obviously you go, you travel, you love it, you make the most awesome memories ever, and you come back with lifetime experiences that you will cherish forever. Lifetime, right? And then we just kind of stay connected and hopefully get to work together again in the future when you travel again. So that's a little bit about my process of booking and how to actually reach out and start working with me as a travel advisor. If you have any questions, because I know there's quite a few people watching, feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll answer them here. If not, we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. I think there is one more question. Yes. Okay, so one other question with the booking and how to actually go through like the process of working with a travel advisor. Again, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for me at One Joy Travel. One of the questions was, how do I pay you for your services? And that's a great question. And this is one of the biggest things that I think people are unaware of with travel advisors. Again, I'm not speaking for every travel advisor in the world. I'm speaking for me, Paxton, at One Joy Travel. But when you work with me, you do not pay me an additional fee for my services. At this time, I've waived all of my planning fees for first-time clients. I really want to show you the value and the benefits that I can bring to you as a traveler, with hopes that in the future, like I mentioned before, we continue working together. So when working with a travel advisor, you don't pay anything extra than what you would if you were booking on your own through the computer. I may be able to get you deals, definitely added value. There are a couple fees that can come up every now and then. The only one that I'm running right now is an airline ticketing fee. So if I book your flights for you, I usually charge $25 per ticket to book them and manage them and just stay up to date with all the flight details. But you're also always more than welcome to book your own flights. And if you choose to do that, then there's no additional fees. You will just pay me the cost of your vacation. So you're not even paying me. I'm just paying your vacation for you. That way you don't have to take the time, effort, or energy to book it. I'll do that information. I'll take that information and do it all for you. So that is a lot of information in a little bit of time, but I really just feel like the world needs to know about travel advisors, because we don't know the true benefit and value that they can bring us. Even me, who has worked with a travel advisor before, prior to me becoming a travel advisor, traveling my whole life, loving it, like going to some of the most amazing places, always with the help of a travel advisor. Some of the things that travel advisors can do for their clients, I never even really knew of. And I didn't know some of the behind the scenes details and things like that. So it's really been exciting for me to learn these things, and it's exciting for me to share them. And I just want people to have more information about using a travel advisor. So if you have any other questions, thoughts, you're thinking about a vacation that you want to take, please reach out. I would be honored to help you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Personal note, I have never felt like more satisfied doing anything ever before than I feel now being a travel advisor. It is all of my passions combined in one, and I don't know how I didn't think about doing this sooner, but I'm so glad that my husband and I agreed upon me taking off on this journey when we did, and I'm looking forward to being a lifelong travel advisor and helping you guys and so many others. So with that in mind, I will leave you with that. And thank you so much for all my friends who are watching on here. If you have any questions or other thoughts, please reach out. And for more videos of me being just me, I actually have a YouTube channel as well. It's interesting. So like I said, this is a journey, learning new things, but you can find One Joy Travel on YouTube. It's just up and coming. There's only 2 videos there now, so give me a little grace, but I love to share information on travel advisors and all of the cool travel places that we can go to together. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to hear from you or see you soon. Bye.